Welcome to Dirt, Sweat, and Gears, your home of self-imposed deadlines. We are here in my rental house for the last time. This is the last time we are going to be inside my rental house, well, at least without a renter. I have just signed a lease agreement with an amazing couple, and they are moving in 2 days. That means I am under the gun. I have to finish this. I have a hard deadline, and I've got quite a bit of work to do. Let's just get right into it. First off, my contractor has been off and on working on this backsplash. The last thing he has left to do is the grout, which isn't very much work. I really wanted a red grout, but I can't find red grout. So we decided that the platinum that we used in the bathroom would look plenty good. It's going to play off of the color of the countertop, and it just makes for an easy decision because I already have it. You know, I really did want a red grout because it would really just help the tiles. You know, the glass would work for itself here because especially in the kitchen lighting, causes these really neat little reflections. And with a red tile, that would just kind of stand out on its own, as opposed to having it be broken up by the light gray. That said, the light gray is still going to look amazing. I have seen pictures of red tile just like this with light gray, and I think it still looks great, so we are going to go with that. My electrician is also supposed to come in and do all of the switches and receptacles that he owes me, which is all of the rest in the house. I do have to do some touch-up paint here and there, both here and down on the baseboards over there. I guess contractor stepped on the quarter rounds over there or something. I'm going to clean up this window because, well, you know how he said this window was due in very soon? That was actually last Wednesday. And so I go over I called Lowe's on Wednesday to see what happened with the window. Where is it? And it turns out they canceled my order. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I was livid. I was literally screaming at the guy. Who it wasn't his fault. He wasn't the one that canceled the order, and he was actually the most helpful out of all of them. But you know, that did mean that I had to go to Lowe's and get a refund for the window that I returned and did not get a refund for, apparently, because they refunded me my money for the window that I actually needed back when I returned the wrong size window. So I went to Pella directly this time, and Pella said that it would be between 2 and 5 weeks. So the first guy I talked to said it would be 5 weeks, and the second guy I talked to was very surprised to see that it would be a 2-week lead time. So we're going to see. I don't necessarily believe 2 weeks, but 4 to 5 weeks is certainly more believable. So I'm just going to say between 2 and 5. My tenant already knows that I'm going to be coming in with a window, so it's not that big of a deal. They do not have a problem with it, thankfully. It's actually really fortunate that I found really good tenants. They're really good people. So let's go take a look at some of the other things I have to do. Just little touch-ups. I don't have anything to do in this room other than to just give the floors another sweep and mop and remove the furniture. I mean, obviously this is my furniture, and they don't want my furniture anyway. So in here, I just gonna clean the windows and give a quick once over on the floor. Again, outlet covers. Over here, I have been sanding down this door in order to get it to fit in that door jamb without binding. So it was catching, and that was because it was kind of uneven over here. So I'm just kind of sanding this down until it fits, and then I'm going to throw a little bit of paint on it, and that'll be done. I got some little touch-up work to do on the door here, just from transporting it and moving it in here. I've got a lot of dust to clean up here from putting in this stuff. I've got also a bunch of dust down here from drilling in the holes. I have to snake this drain. The tub drains really slow. I'm gonna go buy a snake because a snake, like a power snake, not just a little drill attachment. I'm gonna buy the real professional snake because it costs the same to buy that thing as it does to hire a plumber to snake it one time. And then I have the tool that I can do it over and over again forever. And lastly, in the bathroom, my electrician has to finish up the switches and outlet cover. Over here, I'm waiting on my electrician for switches, outlet covers. He's going to swap out this switch for a single switch because this is supposed to be hardwired to the ceiling fan. So he's going to swap out this for, and he's going to hotwire the ceiling fan, put a single paddle on here to control the closet. And what else is there? And so just to be safe, I have included in the kind of rental package that I'm providing to my tenants, just a checklist of things that we have to do. So finish kitchen tile grout. You have to install the stove, which means to connect that line. We have place stove and refrigerator where they belong, complete electrical, all receptacle switches and covers, sweep and mop floors, snake bathtub drain if needed, adjust northern door, bedroom door so that it closes without binding, touch up paint in kitchen walls and baseboards, touch up paint on bathroom door. And as I complete these, I'm going to check them off. This is going to be the work that we do in our last video. And then in the future, we're going to install new window above kitchen sink. I don't know when that'll be, and I likely won't record that because I will have a tenant here, and I just don't want to show off their stuff on YouTube. Well, we are here on the last day before my tenants move in, and we've got some work to get done. I gotta tell you, I was so excited I could barely sleep. And now I'm really tired, and now I gotta push through it because I got no choice. But let's go take a look because my contractor did finish the grout, well, mostly. And my electrician has been doing some work and he's, well, mostly finished. But let's just get right to it because I got a lot of work to do. So this is how my contractor left off on the grout. It's finished. I just have to clean off the tiles now. He did make a couple of oopsie daisies while he was filling, and so I had to come back in with my finger and just kind of fill in the missing, the little bits of missing grout. So I do a little bit of that on both sides. It's not that big of a deal. You can see I've got a lot of cleanup and a lot of touch-up to do here. And so I'm going to start with the tile itself and just kind of work my way down to the countertop if I can get those clean. And then I'll clean the floor, and then I'll start doing touch-ups, move the appliances in, install the gas line, get this moved back in, clean it all up. Yeah, and also one thing I cannot forget is the smoke detectors. All right, this is one last walkthrough. I do still have to remove that stuff, that furniture there, but I need my wife to help me. And I want to sit down, have a drink of water. I also need to pull my car out of the garage before I can get this stuff out of this house. So that will happen in just a few minutes, but I just need a few minutes to appreciate what I've done because this is really special. All of the contractors are gone. They are either done or they're done enough because they left some details behind and I either corrected it or decided to live with it. So that's where we're at here. The window's going to get done off camera. I'm not going to broadcast my tenant's home once they've moved in. So unfortunately, you won't get to join me on that. I'm really hoping it goes without a hitch. Really hoping to not have problems. And look at this tile. I gotta say, as you get in really close, There's lots of flaws. There's the kind of, and these are really the get out of my house kind of flaws. Like, if you're really going to complain about it, you should leave. And by the way, the washer and dryer are going because I'm testing them out now that the receptacle is hooked up over there. So, good job to my electrician. I certainly paid enough. He's probably going to watch this and be like, hey, I cut you a deal. Anyway, yeah, this tile, though, this is amazing. And, you know, when you back up and you look at the whole thing, and I think the stove side looks even better. If you look at the whole thing, red is quite a bold choice. I would not have chosen red had it not been for my mom. It was her idea, and I thought it was a great idea. It came out beautifully. It came out just stunning. It is bold, but it works because look at the floor, look at the cabinets and the countertops. It works. Works really well. So, special thank you, by the way, to my mom. My mom, who is an incredible designer, specializing in interior spaces and you know, even architectural site planning. But I think she got her start in interior spaces, and it shows. I mean, most of my ideas were either her idea directly, or I had an idea and bounced it off of my mom, because I don't have a whole lot of confidence in my interior design abilities. I mean, maybe I should have a little more than I do, because there is a lot that I picked out, but at the same time, I'm really grateful to my mom about this. You know, she always says, I wish there's more I could do, but you know, this is really special. This is going to last me the rest of my life. This is going to help me take my life to the next level, my career to the next level. So this is doing a lot. Let's move on. Over here, this is actually my tenants' furniture. They found this couch on the side of the road, and it doesn't smell weird. And it actually, so first of all, physically, it fits the space perfectly. Those are my boots because I'm not wearing shoes since I've cleaned the floor. You know, it's the color works surprisingly well. In most other houses, I think it's pretty heinous, but in this house, it actually kind of works. Moving on in here, we finally have outlet plates on everything. That's been working for a long time. I touched up the paint on the doors, touched up a lot of things in here. We have working switches. And take a look at this. All right, so here's the Studebaker light up here. So that's the regular light, and we have a night light. We also have a heater, or a fan, and a heater below it. I think the heater's on the bottom. And then this light here, I'm gonna go ahead and leave this on. And luckily, oh my God, this is actually kind of a good story. So luckily, I was able to free the drain. See how it's not clogging up? That's really nice. It wasn't doing that before. It was actually stuck at that water line for a while. There's a line there that I got to scrub out if I have the energy for it. That I'm not worried about, because you can just rub that with your hand or your foot while you're taking a shower. Anyway, so this drain, it was clogged up really bad. In fact, my previous tenant at one point called me and said, yeah, the drain hasn't moved in 36 hours. I'm like, well, that's a problem. And she says, yeah, usually it only takes 4 hours to drain. And I'm like, only 4 hours? Only 4? You should have called me if it took more than 4 minutes. 4 hours. So I did temporarily free it with some drain cleaner, but since the house went unused for 7 months, and the drain went unused for 7 months, it just gummed up again. So I bought a really cool snake. Let's go take a quick look at it. I bought a power snake with a foot operated switch. That's it out here. So you plug this thing into the wall, and you control the direction with this handle thing. So you push it out, it goes out, and you pull it here, and it pulls it in for you as it turns. And it turns with this foot switch here. So you just have your foot on this thing to turn it, and it's just so much better than the hand-operated snake or the drill-operated snake, because you can just go at it for just a solid hour, and all you gotta do is like keep your foot on the floor. So I first went all the way in and then didn't move, and then I brought it back out and put it back in, and I think there was a T somewhere, and the second time I went in the right direction, found the clog, and just a bunch of crap kind of bubbled up out of the drain, and it started flowing again. So that snake cost about $200, which is, the cost of having a plumber come snake your drain. And so finally, after 7 months, that is going to conclude my remodel project. I am excited. I am tired, very tired. I'm really excited. My tenants are super cool people. But also, I can have a life again. I can do other projects. I can do the projects that actually get clicks on YouTube. You know that Maverick that I have? Yeah, that has like 3,000 views. So does the Triumph. I got to work on those projects because people like them. I'm also just relieved that I had a vision, I executed it, and I saw it through at great expense, at great pain. This was a painful project. It was so worth it, though. It was so fulfilling. And now someone's going to call it home. That's actually a really great feeling, I got to tell you. But next week, we can get back to fixing cars. I got a lot of projects stacked up. I have a very broken Jeep. I have an update on Maverick. I've got 2 new projects potentially rolling in the door. So I got a lot to do. There is no shortage of things to do. And I am so happy that I'll be able to take you on that journey with me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking through this whole journey with me. This has been epic for so many reasons. I hate using that word, but it really has been. Oh, there's one last thing I need to do. Cheers.